drunk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Triple P&J. We're officially on episode
72.
79.
Yep, just testing you guys, making sure you're paying attention.
You're testing them or you're testing you?
Just making sure you guys are paying attention, so.
So anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see when we post new content on the audio platforms. Make sure you download the episode, follow us on there, leave us a rating, all of that good stuff.
Can you be still?
No, I can't. That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta roll and shit
You better hit me.
I never know. Just never know what the night might bring. So we have two guests on the show today. We have Stella. She's returning.
Hi.
This is probably her last time on the show.
For sure. Because the last one was going to be my last time.
But yeah, here you are again.
So I'm back.
This is really
Life
her
hack.
This is
last time on
like,
the show.
my legit, hopefully, thank God.
Yeah.
Not here. That came out wrong.
You meant what you said. It's okay.
Thank God that I'm not going to be in this area any longer.
Woo!
But not sad that I'm leaving, but sad that I'm going to be leaving you guys.
Are you?
I am. It's nice to... You know what? Continue.
Full of shit. And we have...
Okay.
And we
You know
have
what? I'm
Tori on the show for the first time.
Hey, Tori.
Welcome to Triple
Hi.
P&J.
I'm glad to be here.
You were supposed to be here a long time ago, but we finally got you.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you? Let
good.
the viewers know who you are.
Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can.
Perfect. Well, these guys are full of shit. Let's know that. Because
Why?
I was supposed to be here a long time ago.
What
I've been
happened?
texting you, and you be like, yeah, let's do it. And nothing.
So
Can you do the cricket one?
She's been texting you.
Yes.
Crickets?
So I will say you have been texting me, but I did reach out to our executive producer. His name's Daniel, and he never got back to me on when we could have a guest on the show or not. So I have to move when the producers tell me to move.
The producer tells you to move?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. Where'd the cricket go?
Yeah, I don't have any.
We don't have crickets.
Oh.
I thought y'all did.
No, it's the owl.
No, it's the owl.
Close enough.
Or the crows. Whatever the fucking animal.
Definitely.
Yeah, the bird. The awkward one.
The elephant, whatever.
Alright.
So, the producer,
Mm-hmm.
i.e. Daniel, was never informed
Right.
on that, so...
So which one of y'all is
Did you
lying?
submit your application? I just want to know if you
I've
submitted
been
your
hitting through
application.
Snapchat.
You
know
but
what's
you
up.
submitted the application.
Yeah,
You did?
I did enough.
Did
I
you
sure
turn in?
did.
Did you turn in the package?
I did everything I was supposed to do.
Oh, did you?
So I guess, to just end this conversation, it just matters that you're here now. We're not going to dwell on the past.
Okay, sure.
So, as you guys can tell by the title of, actually before we get started, I do want to give a major shout out to my aunt. She has a business. It's called Extraordinary Flavors by Barbara Foster. She makes pralines, tea cakes, bourbon balls, all the New Orleans stuff that people love. So you guys should definitely check her out on Facebook. You can see it on my shirt. You can kind of see the picture on the back if you can see. If you can't. But anyway.
Yeah, we had some pretty.
Yeah, I think we had it on here before.
Yeah, like some.
Oh, where was I?
No.
I don't know, you weren't here that week.
Honestly.
But major shout out to her. I'm all about promoting.
Shout out to Curtis' auntie.
All out for promoting businesses and supporting folks. So
Local businesses.
yeah, definitely waiting on her to pop out and pop off. We might have her on the show one week.
Okay.
So as you guys can tell by the title of the episode, today we are talking about this infamous list that came on social media that apparently women created of places that we aren't supposed to take them on a first date. You guys familiar with the list?
I am.
For the guys that aren't familiar with the list, I'm going to read you the list. And
It's a very long list.
No, it's
It
really
is.
not. I can read. So I'm going to tell you guys the list, and then we can talk about it. Tori, you're going to go first, because I know you have a lot to say.
Do I? Okay.
That's what you said. Places women refuse to go on a first date. Cheesecake Factory.
Why was that gonna be the first damn thing that I had in my head? I was sitting there watching this video, and it was like one of those reverse situations where the girl took the dude to the Cheesecake Factory. He said, "Damn, this is it? I thought you had more motion than this." I said, "Damn." Shit. But yeah, go ahead.
Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain.
Pause. Your house on a first date?
Yeah.
I agree with that. 'Cause you could be a murderer. But
Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar just for drinks, Waffle House, and sport events.
So these are places you can't go on a first date?
Yes, that.
Damn, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Where the fuck was I supposed to go? That was like half.
A walk on the beach. I don't know.
They didn't
No.
say. Raising Cane's is fast food. Never mind.
it is.
Okay, I
Food
get
is
it.
food.
Well, from my understanding, on a first date, you kind of want to like peel it like an onion. You want to be able to kind of like get a chance to know the person on a date outside of just texting them because y'all around each other or whatever. But you don't want to get to a point where it's like awkward and you can't like leave, or you in a situation where y'all got to be around each other. So if something happens, like, nah, I gotta stay here with you. But if you go into like a fast food restaurant, I don't understand what the problem with that is. If I'm taking you to like Cane's or you take me to Cane's, cool, we can get some chicken. If I don't like you, we finna get up and go, right? Y'all, you would get up and leave.
I would.
Yeah, I would definitely get up and leave. But I think that it doesn't really matter where the first date is.
No, it kind of does.
I just don't care.
It's
To an
foundation.
extent.
I mean, like those places on the list.
Yeah.
I feel like most of those places, besides like church and the gym, I feel like those places, all the other places are acceptable first dates. That's what I was reading.
Is also.
Not the house.
A family function.
I mean, unless you've been
I don't
Family
wanna meet
function
your
is
mom.
wild.
Right.
Because I might hurt your
That's-
feelings.
that's-
I don't want to meet your
I
mom.
might not want to introduce you to the damn family right now.
That's
I gotta
for
feel.
a first date.
I gotta fill you out first. You might not even want to come back after this first day of being around the family.
But there's a lot to interpret though, because what happened before the first date? Like, did y'all talk long enough? Did y'all FaceTime? Is this like a date that you like a speed date where you just randomly met this person online and now y'all just? Because it's 2023.
I think context does matter, and I think it varies on the person because each person is different. They have different likings. Food is food.
Yeah.
Like, I like to eat. Y'all know that. So I'm not what? Say it with your chest.
I said,
Oh, we on camera too. What was the for?
When I said
it was an agreement.
Oh,
When I said I like to eat.
I mean, you did just get done eating, so.
Damn, just put that shit out there. Okay.
She came to my house eating and then warmed up the food and then came over
And
here.
left.
And they didn't hear. She said, I'm going to Curtis's house to go eat. I said, what? I'm in my head like, okay.
Well, she had pulled up here and was like, I thought you said 7. I said, no, I definitely said 7:30. It's always 7:30. So then she was
I had to
like,
go back to the chat to reconfirm. I'm like, maybe, because you know me.
yeah.
And I was like, no, I ain't wrong, so I just let it slide.
Yeah, but she was like, I want to go get the wings, but I know it's going to take forever for them to cook, blah, blah, blah. So then she pulls in the driveway. And she asked me if I had ramen. I was like, no. I said I ate the last one a minute ago and I ain't buy no more. So then...
Daniel always has some ramen.
Right. So
He's stocked up
that's
with
the go-to
ramen.
for the ramen.
Yep.
So I called you.
That
Awkwardly. He was
that-
like, random.
Yeah, it was a little random because she just hit me up and was like, you got any ramen? I said,
I'm hungry.
yeah. She's like, you don't have to say yes. I'm not going to deny you ramen. Like, that is the God-given
I really
right.
appreciate it because I was very hungry. I had left the
Right.
gym.
When a friend asks, I would not deny them food. I will
Thank
make
you.
sure that you're...
That's so
I
kind
should
of you.
definitely get your number.
And you are correct.
When you need it. When you need it.
I
You're
always
correct about
need
that
it.
because you did your thing with them enchiladas last night.
I appreciate
I
that.
will say
Oh,
that.
you got leftovers?
No, that's
No.
why
I ate the leftovers last night.
Yeah, I should have put a little bit more sauce on it, but I was trying not to
Yeah.
have the tortillas get soggy because I don't have a broiler. I have an old oven, so I have to be careful about baking it. Because one time I did it and like I cooked it the way I'm used to, and it made like the tortillas soggy. You know, just something
I'll
about
hit you up
mushy.
next enchilada night for sure.
If you pay for it, the last person did, I will make it.
Bet. So you'll cook it if I buy the ingredients.
Yeah.
Because I got stamps.
That's
I
fine.
Do you?
I do.
We're gonna have to talk off camera. We're gonna have to talk off
Alright,
camera.
guys, this was a great episode. Bye.
I do.
So Tori, what is your opinion of this list?
Honestly, other than your house and your
Why?
family, because
What's wrong with the house?
well, I'm a black female. If we go missing, they could give a fuck. If
Damn.
they don't care about us, so I'm not going to your house.
Facts is facts.
I'm not going to your house. I don't mind the long drive because I want to see if I have to put up with your playlist. Because if it's whack, I can't do it.
I
So a long drive in the same car.
Yes.
The
But what if
conversation
it's
is
a, what
too
if
gotta
it's
be
a
good.
stranger?
What if he's a serial killer? Same thing with the
Well,
house.
if he's a
I would drive myself.
I do
Well,
drive myself
yes.
to dates because I don't want them to know where I live.
But I do feel like picking
That's what I
picking
do.
the date up for the date is like how it should be. But I mean, now this day and age is kind of.
I would
like,
go to someone else's house. I put my location on, and I would go to either a sister or a friend's house, and they would pick me up there. So they can't come looking for me because I don't stay there.
I don't have that option.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just dumb or something. I don't know
I mean,
because oh, you just trying to come back to me. I got it.
What don't you understand?
No, it's just that.
No, I'm serious. I'm being for real.
No, it's just that I've done two of those things on the list. Like I was I guess dating this girl and she came over to my house the first time we I guess hung out. So it was kind of like a date. We were watching a movie. It was
How long
good.
had you known the girl?
Maybe a month.
I mean,
and that was
I
the
feel like
first
that-
time. Wait, was that the first time that you guys met in person? Or hung out?
No, we've had like a short, brief encounter in person. Like maybe because I met her at her job, so the circumstances was I met her through her work, and then like we were having brief encounters through conversation, and then I got her number, and then I seen her again. Then we had chopped it up again, and then like we were just texting, and then like I call her every now and then. But like when we actually like got a chance to really hang out, the first time was at my house.
Well, that
So-
but that context is not that
acceptable,
bad.
though.
Yeah.
But how do you think any of these other things happen? Y'all act like
Well,
y'all
when
just
you're-
met this person on Tinder
Well,
last
the
night,
list-
and then y'all go on a date.
But
The
that
list
does
was
happen
like a
sometimes.
That does
reply.
happen.
The list was
Fine.
a reply to the video of the girl who refused to get out of the car because her
Because of
date had
cheesecake.
took her to the cheesecake factory.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a video.
Yeah, so there
Ooh.
was a video.
Okay, I
going
feel like you have to
around.
watch it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
She was
I'll watch
being
it
very
after.
mad,
Yeah.
disrespectful, very
Was she?
weird. Yes.
She wouldn't get out the car. She's
Because
like,
the
I'm
point
dressed
is,
like this.
if you
like,
knew that you were going anywhere,
She thought she was finna go to Benihana's.
I don't know what she thought she was doing, but she showed up there and she's like, I'm dressed like this. There's no way that I'm getting out of the car. But she waited for this man to get out and try to open the door for her, very gently. And she was just like, I'm not getting out, and locks his car door because she's in his car. I'm like, well, if y'all pulled up to the Cheesecake Factory, you could have looked at him and been like, you know what, I don't like anything on the
Man, you would've-
or
you would've had the
anything. She
fucking-
could have said anything other than waiting for this man to get out of his vehicle
And then recording
and then
the
locking
entire
him
time.
out
No,
of his
man.
car,
You would've
refusing
I
had
to
want to
get
know
out.
what kind of men you were fucking with before this, to where they set that type of standard for you to feel like that's how you need to behave.
She probably set that standard for herself.
That social media plays a huge role in like what women expect, but they're
What
not
certain-
realistic.
What certain women expect.
Sir, okay, yes. Certain
So
women.
you want chivalry that's dead and gone for the most part, and then on top of that, you want him to blow out his wallet for you on the first date. Tell me how that makes sense.
It don't.
It don't. I get being chivalry, like a man opening up the door for a woman, being very courteous, being kind, so that way this is just how you.
Yeah, I feel like that just comes with it. It should.
Well, but that's how you like open up a woman's femininity.
You said it right, femininity.
Yeah, femininity. Like if you're providing these masculine traits, then yeah, she's gonna be more feminine. So you open up her doors, how it is. But
Yeah, and she never mind. Nothing.
No, say it. That's the point of the podcast.
I was just about to say, yeah, you open up the doors and she might, open her legs.
Wow.
That's all I was about to say.
But yeah, so
Y'all told me to say it. But,
I mean, I did, but
That's not
I
how it
wasn't
works.
expecting that response.
I mean, it could though.
okay, but anyways, to kind of tie back into like us meeting the first time, that was that. We enjoyed the movie, and then I haven't seen her since. And then we had a second date.
Damn. Oh.
And the second date, no,
I really was about to say,
You made it.
You made
Made it seem like I was.
Watched the movie. I never seen her again. What movie was it?
What did you do? No, well,
You were watching The Grinch, huh? You was watching The Grinch.
What
no,
movie did
she
y'all
liked. Actually, we weren't really watching a movie. We were watching like a series. She liked. I think we watched the Ted Bundy movie, the one that came out, because she likes the whole serial killer documentaries and shit, as most women do. As most women do. So then it was great, but I haven't seen her physically since the second date. Like we talk, whatever. But the second date, she took me to. It's because I was in Colorado at the time. She took me to the Painted Mines, which was about an hour and a half, kind of like a Lake Charles drive from where I lived. And then we went to like this. It's like a huge open field, and they actually have like a plaque that shows like why the rocks are just these colors and stuff like that. You can go through. It's like a nature walk in a way.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, but it was a long drive, so that's why I was like, with shit like this, I guess the first date, but I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck the problem
I
is.
just think everybody's gonna try to kill me.
That's what we have to think every time we go.
You do have to put that into consideration, but especially if you don't know them that well. But in this situation, y'all have been talking for a minute, so
Yeah, I think a month, 2 months.
Also,
at
I
that
don't think
time.
I've ever dated anyone that I didn't know. People tend to spin the block whenever I happen to be single. They'll hit you with that "hey big head" and be like, "Well, yeah, I mean, I guess."
your head ain't that big.
I digress. That's their business. Or they try to happy birthday their way back into my life ever so often.
So, I mean, like you brought that up because I feel like there'd be a bunch of people that be spinning the block, especially on Snapchat and stuff like that. I've encountered a few individuals that it might not have even been anything serious, but then they just decide one day that you want to slide up on my story and say something stupid that doesn't even pertain to the snap just to start a conversation.
Yeah.
I spent the block a few times myself, but
I don't think I've ever spun the block personally.
I spent the block.
Now I'm giving people
like
who spin
3
the block
times.
on me a chance quite frequently because I don't date strangers.
Right.
I'll give someone a chance from my past before, but
Yeah, if it wasn't anything like too toxic, or if we just went our separate ways just because we weren't on the same level at that time, I mean, I might spin the block with you. But if it was like a toxic ex, you know how people would just keep going back to those type of people. I don't do that.
I'm good on that. I like leaving people.
Do you spin the block?
Mm-mm.
You never spin the block?
Once. But I try not to. Like, I'm very adamant about not. I'm good. It didn't work out once. It's not gonna work out again.
Do you spin the block? Or had anybody spin the block?
Yeah.
I think we all have. I mean, it has to happen at least once.
I've had quite a few, because apparently I've had a glow up. So, I don't know. And,
From like back then?
yeah.
Well, let me
got
clarify my spin the blocks. These aren't just like exes. These are people who may have known me from before and then just decide that it's just like, oh, hey, so maybe a friend from the past. And while I was in a relationship, when they tried to holler at me, it was just like, no, it's not going to happen. And then like I happen to be single and they try again. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm single now, so maybe sure.
Done that a few times.
That's what I mean by spin the block. I don't just be taking my exes back because fuck y'all.
No, I'm not taking the ex back, but I might spin the block back with a fling for another fling.
I've had one ex that turned into a fling, kind of, sort of. That's like the most.
Same. What can you do?
And I have never. Never mind. I don't want to jinx it. Never say never, and then.
We all be having needs, and it's so much more convenient to spin the block with somebody you already know than have to get to know somebody else in that moment.
Right? Because you don't want to add a body. So
right.
What do you like?
It's the same body.
Like?
That might be the hate text.
Hey, yeah, that should be wild to me. Yeah,
it takes away the having to relearn a new person. Like, what do you like? Like trying to. That little innocent, like, oh, like, good morning, like...
I have ADHD, so I love learning about new people. So you tell me you like something, and I'm going to be hyper fixated on whatever that is.
I like that. I like that beginning stage where I
really do. I want to learn
to know
about
the person.
Yeah, it is, because it is a little refreshing sometimes, because it just kind of gets...
That's true.
You learn a little bit more about yourself every time you kind of deal with new people, too. Because I can't say that I was the same person when I was dating my ex-wife as I've been progressively dating throughout my life.
Definitely not the same person from my marriage at all.
No, absolutely not. Your tastes change. You find out more about because I'm not going to say like just because y'all had an ex that, there's good that comes with the bad. So you find out things that you like that you did with them, and there's things that you don't like that you did with them. So as you progress along, you start to take those things that you genuinely like, and you implement that into a new relationship.
The first step of knowing what you want is figuring out what you don't want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always good going into a new situation knowing like the mistakes that you might have made or they might have made in the last relationship. Right. So you're more easy to, I guess, maybe not stay that long in a situation if you already seen these red flags from the jump. It's kind of like, okay, so this was fun and all, but based off of previous experiences, I can't deal with you.
Yeah.
Especially when you learn yourself.
I will take note of a red flag in those type of situations, but at the same time, you got to give a chance. You got to give people a chance a little bit because, how, I guess like a red flag in a previous relationship might not respond the same way as that same red flag in a new one. So say like you had an ex and they always overtalked you and it was a problem. And then you had a new person and they overtalked you, but y'all know how to communicate through it. So you see what I'm saying? Like it might respond different in that new relationship versus what you went through in that previous relationship.
Yeah, maybe I was just too harsh a second ago, but I probably would tell them, how I feel in that moment. I wouldn't just cut them completely off, like right that second. Like you cut me off.
You got to go.
You cut me off mid-sentence.
I literally never go somewhere.
Like y'all cutting me off now. Like y'all cutting me off right now. Get up and walk out.
Curtis, get in here.
But no, I would have a conversation about it and just be like, hey, I didn't really like how you did, blah, blah, blah. And depending on how that conversation went, would be if we can move forward or not.
That's valid.
True.
I'm a chance giver. I mean, you got about 100 times, and then I'm gonna be like, you know what?
I'm over here.
I'm gonna give you one more time, and then that 101, then I'm gonna cut you off. But I'm not a ghoster at all. But if I'm gonna give you a lot, because I feel like people need chances to improve themselves.
But
because I feel like for so long you're being told this is a habit that you have. You know how long it takes to break a bad habit?
But it's okay, so it's more so it's not breaking the habit, it's are they actually putting the effort in to change the habit, the bad habit.
But that's what I'm looking for is effort. So if I see effort, I'm gonna work with you. But the second I stop seeing effort, that's when it's just like you.
What if it's not consistent? Sorry. What if it's not consistent effort? Like they'll do enough to keep you in. And then get comfortable.
I have been done before in the past, and I have stayed for that. But
and
I'm growing. I was like, I'm growing.
Yeah, but
very slowly.
That's why you're a different person. Your level of tolerance might not be the same as hers.
I have a very high level for bullshit, and I'm working on it. Me and my therapist are working on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just it kind of like, in my personal opinion, that just stems from like how you are as a person. some people overall just have more tolerance with just life in general. So some people might not put up with certain shits. You know what you want, what you don't want, and you're not gonna tolerate shit. You know what you don't want and what you do want, but you're willing to like roll.
Well, I treat people the way that I want to be
treated
because there's
we're not perfect.
I'm not. I was like so, but a lot of people think I am, and I tend to be put on this pedestal. And it's just like, but I'm not that person. If you keep holding me to that standard, I am. I was like, because I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But me forgiving you for the 12th time isn't because I'm perfect. It's because I hope when it's my turn, you would forgive me.
That's their fault for putting you at a higher.
I mean, they really shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that to anybody.
Yeah. See,
because nobody's perfect.
When it comes to chances, I'm a very forgiving. It might not seem that way.
I'm about to say that.
I'm still looking at her, but Stella is forgiving.
I'm very forgiving. I try to communicate, but what I do not tolerate is the fact that it continues to happen.
I do.
And the two things that I value the most is money, but not in a you gotta be rich type of don't be out here going to strip clubs, blowing out just be financially responsible. But the thing that I value the most is time, because that's something you cannot get back. So when it comes to giving you chances, I'm like, you're just wasting my time at this point. Like, if you're not doing anything, I'm like, I'm not giving you more of my time because I can't get that back. So at that point, like, I'm done. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, I could kind of agree with that, but
I feel time back. But I be wanting to send an invoice. I'm not gonna lie.
Not the damn invoice.
Hey, I have before.
She about to write your ass a damn receipt.
I literally broke. I sent screenshots. I broke down a whole invoice and I said I want.
Zelle.
I did.
Cash App.
Oh.
I did.
Because I'm upset. I need my direct deposit back because this did not go the way that I planned.
For your time. Get your motherfucking money.
Can't you take people to court for that?
I need my direct deposit.
Take people to court for that. You wasted my time.
Yeah, bitch.
You can, because
that's what Mariah Carey.
No, I seriously. I said
Mariah Carey literally called off her engagement and sued him to keep the engagement ring and for time wasted. Because he wasted her time.
You know what?
Damn, I wish I had done that a while ago.
You can still go back in time and sue for something like that.
I'm not even about to open that book back up.
She's singing Christmas songs and shit. You should be able to contact her.
It's time.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, that sounded good, huh? It didn't. Okay. Anyway, I feel like the most valuable thing in a relationship, or at least starting the relationship, is, like you said, time. But I also like somebody that knows how to communicate. Because I'm a communicator.
No, I'm agreeing.
I was looking like, okay, so you don't communicate. Okay, got it.
That's my agreeing thing.
Okay,
I was with you on that
one. Okay. But no, I like to discuss things. Like, I'm a big talker. So I would like that person to be able to open up and tell me how they feel too, just like I'm going to do, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
So I need you to be on that same level, or at least work towards that.
I feel like that's where I struggle with my ex, because I would want to communicate and talk about certain things, but she always felt like I was arguing with her.
And it's not always the argument.
Yeah, she was like, well, I don't feel like we should have to talk about this because I feel like we should already understand it. I'm like, but that doesn't mean
you don't understand it, which is why you're.
That's why I'm trying to communicate it. Like, but I would sit down and like try to sit like, but I'm just gonna say, babe, like we, I'm just trying to understand like why we're having these issues. And she's like, well, da-da-da-da-da, and then she would kind of explain to me, like, why she didn't want to have the conversation, and it would just kind of shut me down. So I think after, like, years of receiving that...
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No, you're good. It's just, that's real life, because
wild.
Just like you tolerate certain things for an extensive amount of
time. For 101 times?
Yeah, I was
married.
I was too.
I was too.
Damn, are y'all divorced?
Yeah, it feels good over here, really.
It does.
Yep.
It's good to be single over here.
We're
all single, okay?
I'm single.
They say the grass is greener where you water it, but sometimes you just gotta fucking move.
Yeah, you keep watering shit too much, it could still die too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but yeah, I mean, that's why I try to that's what I say about like certain red flags. you got to give people a chance to grow something, because how they might have responded to it in a certain relationship, they're trying to grow out of certain things. And like, scientifically, it takes 21 days to break a habit. But when it comes to stuff like that, that's
not 101.
So 20. She was expecting a low number, but you kind of
I was expecting a low number, but when she said 100.
Yeah, but no, like, it just takes time to kind of to take yourself away from that. So when people just like off the bat just come at you and it's like, oh, well, I don't like that, or I don't like that you do that. I'm like, okay, well, give me a minute. I just gotta read. I gotta readjust. So it just depends.
Damn, that's strong good.
Fucking strong.
I could tell it kicked in.
Yeah.
But back to the topic.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a horrible first date with anybody, or just a horrible date experience in general? Yeah. Would you care to share?
Sure, yeah. Get y'all stories ready too, because I'm coming for
I
y'all.
have one.
Okay.
Do y'all go on dates?
Rarely.
Not really. Damn, these niggas.
I don't.
These niggas ain't shit.
I think the most horrible date I went on was to a concert with an individual that will remain nameless. They took me to this concert, or we took each other to this concert, and I guess that was when I really was getting to know this individual, because I had already knew them for a couple years prior. But when we went to this concert, I hung out with this person for hours, and that was when I really learned them and their personality. And I just really felt like the day went fine, because I wanted to see the person that we were going to see in concert, which was Monica. It was just, everything was always about that person and previous situations that they were dealing with, and I don't want to hear about your ex the whole damn.
That's
really
Actually, I
about
did.
it at all.
Now that you said that, I've had one, and it was just like that.
I don't want to hear about. I mean, we can discuss it a little bit, like, why are you how you are?
Yes.
Like, so I could learn you a little bit, but I don't want to spend this whole 3 hours that we're waiting on this concert talking about your past life.
I want to know what did they say about the ex, because that's very telling. Because if you can always point out what your ex did wrong, but you can never hold yourself accountable.
Yes.
It's an extra.
That's already a red flag. Yeah, I do peep that. Like, if you, especially like that means you still hung up on them, because you
You're
just
not
have
over
to.
the situation.
You have to
You're
talk
still
about
hurt.
it to somebody that you just met. For one, y'all are on a date. Y'all should.
I'm not talking about my ex.
You should be on a clean slate at that point. But no, that is very annoying. Knowing that you're here with them and they're just talking about a whole nother bitch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear about that shit. But yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting time in my life.
So
But
You're lying.
yeah, it was time. Daniel, what's your story?
I have like two, but I'll
What
stick
was
with,
the worst one?
I'll stick with this one. So I was visiting my dad in Orlando for my birthday. This was like last year, I think, yeah. And I found this girl on I think it was Tinder or somewhere. I can't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was Tinder. And she seemed pretty cool. Like, she was really down to earth. And like, we decided to go to I never met her in person. Because mind you, I'm only there for like a week. And like, we chopped it up. Everything was great. Conversation was cool. And then we decided to like, call each other. We talked on the phone. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those great phone calls where you talk for like an hour or two, whatever. It just seemed like just super smooth. And then we went to, we decided that we were going to like hang out. So I was like, hey, well, I'm leaving soon. So, if you wanted to like hang out, we can go on a date or whatever. So we did. And we went to...
I'll stop.
You know what?
I'm sorry. No.
But yeah, so we get to the point where we're like, okay, well, we agreed to go on like this date. And mind you, this is Orlando, so you got like all the Disney areas and shit. So we went to Disney Springs. And it's not bad. Like, I mean, I think that's actually like not a bad place to go for a first date because it's like a boardwalk, and then they have like the Rainforest Cafe. They got like this Lego exhibit. They got like the boardwalk strip of like all these shops and stuff, and then they have like food places to sit down and munch at, whatever. So I meet her for the first time, and I was a little nervous, and then like I'm sitting there texting her because we're trying to find each other in this big ass fucking walk park. And it was like that moment, like she's like turns around and I look at her, and I mean she was cute, but not really. I mean, because I was looking at like you would look at pictures, but like in person there's things that are different. So, but then like I realized how socially awkward she was. She was like extremely socially awkward, like even worse than me. So.
She was just nervous.
No, she deals with she has like some kind of like real disorder.
Okay.
Like it was bad. It was really bad. So there was certain.
Still communicate?
No, we don't. We she cut me off like right as I was flying back because I forgot what she was dealing with. It wasn't like what do you call it? I can't remember what it was, but
like on the spectrum, kind of like Asperger's.
No. I can't, not Asperger's, but it is like something like that where like they can't help it that they're really awkward. You know what I mean?
Tourette's?
No, that's the fucking jitters and shit.
That's
very wild.
Awkward.
You wild.
Didn't you say we had that today? He said we had that today.
No, I said you had Parkinson's.
Oh,
Because she's over here.
When?
Last
night?
No,
you had it last night. She had it today because I had autocorrected her in the chat. She's like, my hand is shaking because I'm in the gym.
I was in the gym, so
you and Curtis in this damn Parkinson's.
Last night with pouring the shots.
Yeah. But, so, what was I getting at with this damn story?
she had something that
This was your bad experience.
Oh, yeah, she was socially awkward. So anyway, so we're going through like this whole date, whatever, we're talking, but I'm having to walk on eggshells because, she has severe, severe mood swings. She was bipolar.
Did
She was
yes.
severe
Pause.
bipolar.
Did you know this prior to meeting her in person?
I think so. So. She did explain it to me.
Okay.
So like I was aware of it, but I never actually experienced it. And then it hit me when we actually were in person because you can cover up things in text messages. Like there's certain things.
It's wild when you see it.
Like
someone go through an episode in person.
Yes, like
it's difficult
because
when you don't see. Things like that on a regular date.
You don't.
It's weird to go from up and down.
Yeah,
left and right.
We would have a conversation, and then I said one thing that was like extremely casual, and then she just blew up.
Yeah.
She like blew up on me. She was like, she went from 0 to 100. Like that was like the physical definition of going from 0 to 100.
Do you know
it's just like that.
But she apologized
because it could be like spouts of anger and spouts of sadness, or anxiety, and they feel closed off, and then like literally 30 seconds, it could be like I'm fine, nothing.
And she would just shut down. But it was don't get me wrong. She's still a sweet person. Like she genuinely apologized, but it was just like it was a little awkward because I wasn't ready for that. Like, I wasn't ready like I thought I was. So when she hit me with these things, like, I was like, it's fine, it's good. She was like, yeah, I know, but I'm just like, I'm just fucked. Like, you could physically see it on her. Mm-hmm. And then, like, we would try to get to the rest of it because I would try to just, like, my toleration. Yeah. So I was like, it's fine, it's cool. And then, like, we went to go get some Wetzel's pretzels. We sat down, we talked, it was great. Then we went somewhere else, and then, like, she had another moment, but it was like a different emotion. And it over the course of the date, it was a little overwhelming. So, yeah, that was we ended up getting back. I was walking her to her car because I took her met up with her in the parking lot or the car garage, and she tried to tell me, she's like, I'm really sorry. Like there's like right now, like I was trying to say something to her, and she was being really awkward, and then she was like trying to tell you, she's like, well, I really really like you. You're super nice, you're super sweet, and I'm just not. I don't really. She doesn't get out too much. She doesn't really go on dates. She doesn't interact. She hasn't done stuff like that in a long time. So I was trying to be really accepting of it, not judge her for it. But overall, it was really awkward. And then we ended up going our separate ways. But we would still FaceTime and call. And then, like, right when I was, like, flying out, she was like, well, I'm probably never going to see you again, so please delete my number from your phone, and this is going to be our last conversation. So I was like, damn, I forgot her name. I think I still had my phone. Probably somewhere.
You didn't delete the number.
Her boyfriend was probably coming back in town.
No, I think I can't remember where I went to go find it, but I'm pretty sure I deleted it. It came back when I had restored my phone. No, I can't remember. I don't know, but all I remember is I know I deleted it. I deleted it for sure, and then some there was one day where it popped up and I remember her name. But yeah, so it was a little weird because I was trying to be cool with her, and I told her, I was like, well, we could be friends, you know, like if I come down because my dad's here, then we can always hang out again, and she wasn't having it. She's like, I like you too much for this, and it's going to be detrimental to me. So I was like,
that's
okay.
fair. You gotta know your limits.
Right.
You gotta know your limits.
She did, and she but she was real as fuck. Don't get me wrong, she was a great person, but I think like that, I think what she goes through physically keeps her from getting close to people. And I try to not be that person, but to me, yes, at the first date, it was awkward. So that was that.
Okay. Tori?
I don't have a bad first date.
You have a bad experience?
Not really.
Dang.
I don't do it much, so I don't.
Y'all gotta get out there. Y'all gotta get out there and meet people.
I heard there's pee in the dating pool.
There's pee everywhere in the dating pool. It's always saturated, but sometimes y'all gotta
I was like, I heard there's piss in there. I don't want to go.
You have an experience?
Do you wait for men to make the first move?
It depends.
Or that you're an interest to make the first move?
Would I? Yeah. If I wanted to, yeah.
What about you, Stella?
I
You're a tiger, you go for what you want.
No. Okay.
They have to approach you first?
Yeah. But it's more so because I'm loud and I talk shit, etc. with you guys because I know you guys. But when I don't know people, I'm very standoffish.
Same.
I'm very like, I don't know you, and I'm just afraid to talk to people. Like, y'all see one side of me, but the stranger side of me.
I've seen that side too when we first met.
Right, so I get very shy. I get very anxious. I can't talk to people. I can't be the first one to talk. Now, if they talk to me, then of course I'm going to be nice and polite and continue the conversation. But I can't be the first one to do it. Not because of pride or anything, but it's just more so like internally, my emotions are just like.
I feel like we're all like that a little bit when you first get to know people because it may not be believable, but I'm very shy at first too. So I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet until I really get to interact with an individual, and then after that, you probably won't be able to get me to shut up. But no,
This is still talking.
I'm very shy in the beginning. I'm introverted for like the first day, and then after that, it's extrovert.
Yeah.
I'm an extrovert only with people that I know that I can trust.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I am weird. I think I'm socially awkward. People tell me that I'm not. But the point is, the version that's coming out of my mouth is only one version of the 50 that is in my brain right now. The ADHD really be firing.
I've been told I have 3 different personalities.
I was like, the ADHD really fires off my brain.
No, not like medically, but like I've been told.
But,
so,
conversation.
What?
There's 50?
Not 50 people, 50 different thoughts.
Oh, I was like, damn.
So if you say something to me,
What's their name?
I've had about.
Can I know like 5
No,
of these?
it's not a personality. But if you say something to me, I've thought about 50 different ways that the conversation can go. I've already got to the end of all of them before you finish your sentence.
Damn,
While finishing your sentences before you finish your
You
sentence.
over here run a whole algorithm in your head.
I do that too. Not in the moment. It's like when I'm about to go into.
I can't control it.
It's like when I'm about to go into a situation. I think of all the possible outcomes.
So, do you listen to respond or do you listen to listen? So you were basically saying like that you will repeat kind of what they said so they can hear what they were saying, so you can reply to that after you said it. Because sometimes people need to hear what they said.
Well, I just want you to know that because sometimes people listen and then they hear something completely different than what someone said. Yes.
So you're basically kind of confirming to
Yes.
make sure that you heard it right.
Correct.
That's valid because sometimes that's
Because I could hear something like through my own trauma and insecurities and things that I've been through, I can hear something completely different than what you meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell you what you said and what I heard, and then I'm going to tailor pick one of the responses that I've already thought
I don't have I personally don't feel like I have selective hearing. I just tend to just shut down. I don't have active hearing because sometimes when people pop off on me, I just stop listening.
And I'm not a popper offer.
Yeah, well.
I like, because the point is I want someone to talk to me nice. So I have to talk.
But it doesn't always
The conversation might start nice.
It doesn't really matter how far the conversation. I'm not
You don't
someone
respond
who.
that well.
I'm not someone who pops off.
Mm.
Rarely am I a person
Me
who pops off unless you tell me pop your shit. I was like, if you tell me about myself, I will in fact tell you about yourself. But there are ways to do that with tact and grace. There's a way to do that nicely.
Be capping on.
You can talk to somebody, tell them about themselves and still talk to them nice.
I feel like
I respect that. That was a genuinely respectful answer.
You don't have to be
how far down
rude.
the conversation is.
I feel like you can tell them about themselves in a nice way, but if they're not getting it and they refuse to get it, it's gonna get a little.
That's when I'm gonna shut down.
It's gonna get a little sideways.
If you refuse to get it because you don't want to, or maybe you just need more time to sit into it. But if my point's not getting across, and I've sat here and listened to your point, I'm out.
I'm not gonna shut down.
I'm shutting down.
I'm not gonna shut down until I'm like complete. If I shut down, that means there's no coming back. I'm completely done.
No, if I'm shutting down, it's because I don't want to tell you that's why your daddy left. I was like, before I get there, I'm gonna shut down.
Mm-mm.
I was like, before I get to that, this is gonna ruin everything that we built. I'm gonna go.
I feel that.
Because I got it. I got it. People think I'm nice and I'm sweet, but I have it for you. But before I give it to you, I'm gonna shut down because is it really worth it?
I definitely feel that.
I've never gotten to the point where it was worth it to to burn that bridge.
It's always a calm before the storm, pretty much. So to me personally, I feel like if I'm continuously addressing something, that means I really care or whatever. But once I shut down, it's like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck I say to you. I really don't care about you in this moment. So
it's in the group chat.
What chat?
The way I feel about a person for real, it's in a group chat.
Oh.
But I'm gonna keep it clean while we out here at the group chat. I'm gonna keep it real nice and real sweet.
Yeah,
because the point is I don't like getting out of character, and I don't like people feeling like they have the power to get me out of character.
It's
so before I go there, I will dead all of this because I'm not gonna let you take me there.
I feel like sometimes they deserve it. You're going to get what you're asking for.
But also there's a lot of things that I deserve that I haven't got because of the grace of God. So just because they deserve it,
it's situational.
Doesn't mean that we just have to go there just because they deserve it. I deserve a lot of things, and by grace, I haven't received it.
Right. It's situational. Sometimes you're going to get it, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like to keep it clean. I like to keep it nice. It's fun getting messy, but not in that context.
Y'all are both right, though. I'll be honest with you. Y'all are definitely both right. Some people definitely need to fucking be told some shit and hear it. And if they still don't get the fucking point, but you said what you needed to say, and then you don't give a fuck.
9 times out of 10, unless you're a complete stranger, I'll pop off on a stranger quick because I don't have any built rapport with them, really, or ties, or built friendship.
There's no reason why you shouldn't pop off on a stranger because, bitch, I didn't care about you to begin with.
Right. I'll pop off on a stranger before I pop off on somebody I actually care about. So with me, it's like if I'm actually going off about something, like going off, there's a little petty part of me. But if I'm actually like going in on you, I've been holding that in for a minute because sometimes I do, but I don't always address it right when it happens, and then it builds up, and then something else happens, and then that builds on top of that, and then at this point, it's kind of like, you know what, bitch, let me tell you about yourself real quick.
You usually have a justified reason to tell it. bitches what the fuck they need to hear. So
Yeah.
That's just from my understanding of being around Curtis. He's always gonna have a justified reason to pop off on you, and he's not gonna. It's gonna escalate.
Do you feel like I have a justified reason?
You do.
Okay.
You do.
Well, good. I'm glad I'm just not a bully.
I mean, sometimes I don't
Damn.
No.
You care to elaborate?
Who, me?
Yeah.
In regards to...
What you just said?
I didn't say nothing.
You said out of boredom.
Yeah, sometimes not sober Curtis, but sometimes...
Yeah, sober Curtis, he be having his words together.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like alcohol counts.
Sober Curtis has his shit together. You can't get me out of character when I'm sober. I will get you out of character.
Yes.
But you can't get me out of character when I'm sober.
When sober. When not sober, it could be a look that wasn't even intended to be a mean look or anything, and that's an automatic, like, nope, I want to fight him. Am I wrong?
Depends on the situation.
I've only been around not sober Curtis once.
And how did that go? How did it finish? What was did anything wild happen?
No. I
What?
went home. We were at the football game.
That was the only time that I was drunk around you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happened that night, right?
We went to... That was a class reunion night.
We went.
Yeah, we did go. We went out.
We went out.
Yeah.
We went to Legends that night.
Yeah, you went out too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
was
the awkward silence.
That we started off at the wing place. And then
him and I got into it.
Yeah.
Then y'all left. Y'all got into it. And then we all met up at Legends and acted like strangers.
We didn't really get into it. We had a conversation about...
In regards to what me and you got into it about.
Yeah,
Yes.
and whose side I was on and all of that. But, no... I don't really feel like that part was really important.
That doesn't apply to you. That night does not apply. You were good that night.
Yeah, I was fine that night. I mean, I didn't hit nobody. Nobody hit me.
Correct.
So drunk Curtis around you that night, I was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about sober Curtis.
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. Y'all are fine, too.
I love Curtis. I've been knowing him since he's been fighting bitches at 7:30 in the morning in high school.
Damn. What was we just talking about 7:30?
I was on one at
I know them teachers was mad.
Yeah, having to break it up, and y'all know how hard it is to break up a fight of Curtis's.
Just imagine you waking up, you tired, you in your 30s and shit, you breaking up these damn kids.
Normally
Normally,
had it on my mind before I got to school. We not even getting to first period.
I ain't even had my fucking coffee yet, bitch, and I'm dealing with y'all.
I ain't had my milk
asses.
bag yet.
Speaking of milk bag.
He gave me shit. So remember how I posted that I went to El Salvador, and I don't know why I
With
feel
that
like
raggedy ass
drinks.
bag.
First of all, it wasn't raggedy. I personally feel like the drinks taste better when
We
they're
drunk
coming out
that
of the
shit
bag.
20 years ago.
That's what he's
Right.
on Snap. He was like,
That shit ghetto. I said we've been doing this shit since fucking middle school.
I got made fun of so hard when I first moved here because I looked at it and I was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
I was like, how am I supposed to drink it? Does it come with like scissors or like...
No.
And don't
give me a
poke the
cup.
straw too far in
I
that
was like,
bitch
you
in
don't give
your
me a cup
tray.
to pour it in. I was like, this is wild. How am I supposed... Y'all don't have cartons? I was like, you're too poor for cartons. What is going on?
No, they felt like the cartons
was it
weren't.
poorness or a punishment? Because
No, they felt like the cartons weren't as
We're
sanitary.
in prison. That's what it was.
well, for us, we were. My school's not. It wasn't the great. It's not the greatest at all.
Damn,
Our
you
punishment was taking. The only way to punish us was to take away our condiments. Like there was nothing else you could do to us because we had nothing.
What kind of
already.
condiments?
Our mayo and ketchup.
Damn. That's fucking wild.
Yes, I gotta eat this dry ass hot dog.
Tell
Okay.
me, eat the challenge.
Need to go home.
Mama, can you bring me some ketchup?
I would bring it in my pocket.
Or they would like cut out like the good food, like the pizza line and the cookie line. Like they would cut all that off. Only give us subs, and no ketchup or mayo and
What
stuff.
would make them do that?
food fights, like the fights and food fights, and stuff, but they had no other way to punish us, huh?
Damn, we had green hot dogs and shit. Remember that?
I don't want to remember.
What year
I didn't get here till 7th grade.
Okay, so but you remember when they were serving hot dogs and shit, and the bitches be like green and shit.
Yeah, with a choice of chili.
And I'd be like, y'all really be eating
Y'all had
shit.
choices.
Yeah, but choices wasn't it.
Yeah, they wasn't even.
Yeah, y'all had choices.
Do you want this or this? Neither. I don't want none of this shit.
Yeah.
Now in high school, it got a little bit better because.
This has been.
I want the soup with the grilled cheese. I want the chicken shoestrings, and I want extra.
The what?
The chicken shoestrings, and I want extra mashed potatoes.
Chicken.
I wanted the gumbo and the taco
That's
salad.
what they're called.
They're
but
basically
they're literally
like
just,
chicken fries
Yeah.
from Burger King.
That's all it is.
Yeah, they're
okay.
just literally like chicken.
The little chicken fries.
Yeah,
But I know what they're called because my son has a list.
They
of
probably
the
made that
school.
shit into chicken shoestrings to make it funny for us back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was trying to figure out, like, where the fuck did catsup come from?
That's what the menu always used to say instead of ketchup. Probably
Cats.
Because we're
Wampus
Wampus
cat.
cats.
No, there was a 1950s ingredients or like a shopping list, and it said catsup too.
Yeah.
So like
I've seen it. I don't know where, but it's common.
it's a thing. Yeah, it was the thing before.
Maybe they couldn't put ketchup on there.
Maybe it's the
off-brand.
Yeah, the off-brand of ketchup.
Or maybe that's what ketchup used to really be before it was called ketchup.
Maybe.
Maybe catsup is the original name.
Maybe
But
ketchup
anywho.
tastes better.
All right, so we go from first dates to ketchup.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck.
How
I
we
mean,
talking about this?
because we was talking about the damn food bags and shit.
Oh, the
and-
7:30 in the morning.
and shit. Yeah, school, and then I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck. Why you thought that a milk bag wasn't ghetto?
It was wild.
I never forget. I never forget them kids that be just fucking biting the damn side off and just.
You bite the little corner and you just sit there and you squeeze your drink out of
I'm
it.
just
gotta
thinking
put
about
okay, I had to learn the hard way because I didn't had a lot of it spill on me. But you gotta push all the air to one side and then you gotta poke it in.
You just literally rip the corner of it, like the tiniest little hole, and then you just sit there and
suck on
But
it.
I ain't
suck
drinking
it
all the
up.
milk. The drink has to go throughout the whole lunch. I can't drink all the milk at one time.
I used to be thirsty as fuck at
So
lunch.
you just
That
gotta
milk
hold
would be
it. Like at that
gone.
point, you gotta like learn how to hold it, and you just gotta.
It sounds like too much work.
I find it very funny how they didn't give us options to have water.
Right.
Besides the water fountain.
You're right.
I would have picked water over that fucking milk any day.
That's why a bunch of them was in that.
They had water fountains.
My
and then
bones
it
is
was
strong
like,
enough already. I don't
It's the
need no
fact that
milk.
like y'all bitches wasn't drinking water at all.
And still ain't.
Y'all was drinking in school. Like y'all wasn't drinking. They was so if you get milk.
I ain't still ain't.
If your whole day consists of you get up, you get ready. Like half them kids probably didn't brush their teeth before they got on the bus. So
And still don't.
still don't. They got on the bus, came to the school early, went straight to the breakfast hall. They're eating some damn hash browns and whatever the fuck else they have for breakfast, piece of toast, and some bag of milk. Then they moving around all damn day, arguing with each other and shit. Go to lunch, eat a fucking hamburger with ketchup, a fucking bag of chocolate milk,
And undercooked fries.
and undercooked fucking potato fries.
Never.
There was no
Cooked sweet
salt on
fries
there.
all the
Sweet
way.
potato fries, yeah.
This is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, y'all ain't had water all fucking day.
No wonder why we
All
acted
fucking
like
day. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, y'all bitches was stinking.
Yeah, they sure was. Them hoes in school stunk.
I'd be in the hallway. We'd be
Like
in
you
class
musty
change.
all damn day.
Right, I'd be in the class change and I'd pass by somebody and catch that damn breeze and I'd be instantly
Yeah,
mad.
kind of like now when I run into people that stink, I'm kind of like.
yo.
I told them about it already. And then don't let their fucking breath stink. Cause I'm just like, how do you?
That shit was a mile away. It got to the point, so no lie, I'm not even gonna lie. So I was drinking, right? I was just standing there, and I was like this, and it hit me, and I was like,
Damn.
and like it hit me, and I was like, I was like about to drink water. I was like, ain't no way it's my cup. Like I walked out. I was like, my breath don't stink that bad. Like maybe like because I did eat some, I had food, and I
Yeah,
was
some
like
chicken.
and I
It's
was like,
whatever. Like, I ain't gonna act like
I was like, it ain't no way. Right. But I'm like,
but it wasn't like that.
No. So that was my issue. That was like my concern. So I like discreetly try to like smell
Not you trying to second guess yourself.
No, I did. I absolutely did.
Like if you can smell yourself, everybody's already smelled.
Right. So I was like, let me smell my straw. So I like
she had walked off so discreet.
No. This is before. Hold on. I went like this, trying to like smell my straw, and I was like, it doesn't smell. I was like, what? And I'm looking around, and I'm like, and then I stood there.
It didn't come over here.
And then I walked off because I'm like, I couldn't take it after that. I was like, I walked off.
She walked off, and I started up the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I already know what the fuck the problem is. So she walks up, and she was like, was that? Yes, it was. I said, it's still over here, and they ain't even over here no more. You still smell it, don't you? It done fucked up the whole wall. It's glued.
I know, but I asked the first thing I said, I was like, can you go back into the cameras? Because you'll see me like doing this number, trying to smell my straw, making sure that it's not me. But man.
Yeah, that's...
It's a normal thing that we...
Not my nose crinkling up this whole time.
I'm just thinking... I still smell it. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I stay home, so...
Yeah, it's gonna,
I stay in my house.
You probably gonna live longer doing that.
Right, because we get tased with fumes and shit.
Then getting years knocked off my life breathing that in.
Yeah, he didn't even let me finish the question. He's like, yes.
I said, I already know what it is because I'm still smelling it. I already know.
I was like, damn. Like, I've heard about it in the past before, but I don't think I've ever experienced it until that day. We tried to
give you the rundown.
Yeah, but
so
like,
it's a
I wasn't
specific
ready.
person that you guys know.
Just know the situation happened.
Well, for one, it's not even just one individual. Like, it's always been
an X amount of people.
An X amount of people. So it's not like one particular. I just experienced it once, but I've heard about it.
She experienced the worst one.
Ooh.
But I've heard about numerous different individuals.
Actually, no. There was another one that's no longer with us that was worse than that one.
No, at the pool party.
And you was asking me the same shit at the pool party. And I was like, yes. I said that's normal for them.
I really had to go around the table.
How you got out the pool
and you
smell like onions.
Like it hit me and I don't react. I don't react.
No longer where we be at all the time.
Oh, okay.
They're no longer there.
Yeah.
Because I know them people too.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They the same person though.
Okay.
Either way, at the pool, so
I forgot about that.
Y'all forgot about it.
No, I remember.
Side conversation now.
I was trying to read the list.
That might be. But I know that one guy got punched too that night. You know, was at the lounge.
Why? Because he stank?
No, because I was sitting next to that individual, and the other person that got hit was right here. So maybe I smelt it and got mad or something.
Initially aggressive.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
I guess smells could make you do crazy things.
I was thinking about the other A.
I feel like y'all know way too many people. I feel like
apartment A.
That's wild.
I'm just lost
They're
in the
friends?
sauce.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, that's why I said they're the same person.
Oh.
Two onions.
Off the same branch.
A purple onion and a white one.
Is that their code names now?
I just made that up.
If you know, you know.
We don't. I'm lost in
I'm
the
gonna ask
sauce.
about it though.
That's
Me
fine. Oh boy. Well, I think that's enough.
This was a good run. It was a little diverse with all the topics of conversation.
We lost the original topic.
We didn't lose nothing.
We normally always do.
We root from it.
Yeah.
We weren't about to talk about that damn list for a whole hour. Cause they're stupid. Y'all are stupid.
They are.
Bitches,
A lot of
take you to Cheesecake Factory and you mad, bitch, you a hoe.
Cause them avocado egg rolls.
Right.
Come on now. Stop playing.
That cheesecake alone.
I ain't never been to Cheesecake Factory.
Me either. Y'all want to take us?
See that?
I mean, I
Too much
would.
for us on the first date.
So no, you don't want to take it? Wow, okay. So we got rejected on camera.
I mean, I said I would.
I appreciate it. I'm focusing on the negative right now.
Okay.
But
As usual.
I appreciate. We're gonna stay calm on the camera.
Last show with us.
It is.
I have less than a week.
I'm letting her live.
Damn.
She's got to
Letting
make
you
it
live.
to where she's going to
Yeah.
blossom.
Yeah. How does it feel to be leaving finally?
I have been waiting for this day since I found out.
Well, that wraps up another episode.
I've been waiting to leave this place since before I even got here. Let's just say that.
That's fair.
Yay!
Well, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all stopping by for our lovely show tonight. So thank you so much to our viewers. Thank you so much for our special guest, Stella, joining us again, and Tori joining us for the first time.
You will definitely be back.
Yeah. And again, shout out to Curtis's auntie for the pralines that she has so kindly blessed us with.
Extraordinary Flavors by Barbara Foster.
I know some of y'all gonna have a hard time spelling that out when you're searching it in Google.
Read the shirt.
I promise you'll find it.
Zoom in.
Y'all can link it too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Click on whatever link he puts up there.
Now you got extra work to do.
I always have extra work to do.
But anywho,
Stella, we appreciate you the 3 times that you've been on the show. So thank you for being a loyal guest when we asked you to come on. We are definitely gonna miss you. So make sure you stay in contact when you go where you're going.
Yeah, I need to go where I'm going.
we did.
You need to get over. You'll just pop some sleeping pills and you'll be
You don't
fine.
like to fly?
When I was growing up, I had no issues, but these last couple
He flew Spirit.
We flew Spirit.
Right.
It's about we was about
It is
motherfucking
rough.
Spirit.
It
I
is
never
rough.
forget that. We was coming back from damn fucking San Francisco, going to Denver to get our layover,
We thought
and
we
we
was
was
about
in
to
the
die.
plane, and we're like,
That's rough.
Before we got our little
I was like, oh my god, I ain't never in my life felt the plane move like that, and it traumatized the fuck out of me.
we had to get a Jack and Coke or Crown and Coke to be able to.
I couldn't even enjoy it.
I drank that.
You
bitch
drank that bitch so
I drank
damn
that
quick.
bitch so fast.
He said, well, fuck it if I go.
This one, I'm about to go happy because they gave us a little bottle and then the Coke. I poured that whole bitch in there and I drank that
I
shit
was
so
trying not to
fast.
have my damn anxiety pop off because I was drinking half the damn drink, and I was like,
And the plane was
die.
the plane was about to take off and all you see is both of us down here like this.
I'm sitting in the back. We in the back. I'm just
Nah,
like,
Spirit
Like-
will do it for
like
you.
how the fuck I'm about to
I ain't
survive
got
this
no
plane
problem with
crash?
Spirit. I'm good with Spirit.
I mean,
Are you
I
like
had. It
I
was
don't
scary,
know.
but I did it again because my checkbook said that Spirit was the one to take.
I'm gonna have to just spend a little bit more overdraft or something because I'm going another flight.
mhm.
Delta's nice.
Well, I like Delta, but
I'm going Delta,
I don't
American
wanna go
Airlines,
anything
one of
but the
them
yellow Spirit.
right.
Anything
Southwest
but them.
normally has really good deals and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, you can also do the hopping. So basically, a flight will be cheaper. Like, let's say one flight to New York would be cheaper, but y'all stop in Houston. But you're actually stopping in Houston, so just make sure you have your carry-on and get off, and you don't have to go on to the next flight.
So be careful with that because you could get blacklisted for that.
You can, yes.
Meaning you'll
For
never
doing
fly
what?
again.
Because they could basically say that you're missing your flight. Like, it's like a loophole. But they also took, because there's a
They
website
track
that
it.
does it, and they took them to court, and they went to the Supreme Court, and it's actually perfectly fine for you to do this. There's no legality risk of it, but they could look at you funny
the
and be like,
airline
we see what you
could
doing, and now I don't want you to fly with us no more.
Yeah, because they're losing out on money. That's all it boils down to.
Well, we all
I mean, are
losing
they
out already.
really?
No, they're
Because
not.
you paid for the full flight. So whether I got on it or not, but you have to be
But they're
smart
losing
about
money
it.
because
That
a
seat could've
flight
went
to
to
Houston
someone
is
else.
$500 versus
Yeah.
a flight to New York is $200.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah, and they're probably accounting for the fact that you could have bought snacks and shit on their fucking whack ass flight.
listen,
Or the-
America,
or the
I get
drinks.
$200 per year for United. I'll be racking it up.
Yeah, because you always be gone.
I sure am.
All right, guys. So that wraps up episode 79 of Triple
Thank you
P&J.
for having me. I'm gonna miss
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we
you.
thanked you like 3
Thank you for
times
coming.
already.
Thank you.
But I didn't get to thank
Thank
y'all.
you for coming, Tori.
Of course.
See, this is
Don't knife
this
me.
is why,
Don't knife
and this is
me.
the shit that I'm
Why
talking
not?
about with
Oh
you.
my God.
Why
Relax.
No, all I did
Put
was
your
thank
long
you.
ass down. Put that
All I did
relax.
was thank y'all.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.
Anyway,
Be popping off on me.
No, because all I did was thank
Cut the
y'all.
damn camera.